Hi everyone, welcome to the new Two Drunk Flings unboxing videos that we're going to be doing. I've been messaging multiple companies to see what people are willing to send to promote their new stuff, and we've got our very first one. Star Player Miniatures have kindly sent us 2 human teams. They're just here. They are for prize competitions for Sin City, so that will be awesome. So thank you very much, Star Player Miniatures. We will have links to the website as on this YouTube video and on at the event and any of the posts and bits and pieces. But we've got lots of different companies, miniature companies, hobby bits and pieces, lots of different people sending lots of different things. So it's going to be a very cool mix of different bits and pieces that I'll be unboxing. Don't forget to subscribe. We've got the dedicated YouTube channel. Obviously, if you're finding this video, you're on it, but we're going to be making a lot more unboxing videos, especially as I'm getting organising the prizes, some of the prizes for Sin City. So a lot of the stuff that we're getting sent to us will also be prizes for the event. So that will be very cool. And another good reason to, if you are coming to Sin City, then there is a potential to win something very cool. So like, share, subscribe. If you want to share, I'm going to be doing it anyway. So you're going to see it on Instagram, Facebook and what else. But yeah, thank you, Star Player Miniatures. I'm going to go back to the outside of the box next to see what we actually get in this team. So thank you, Star Player Miniatures. Let's go. So what do you get in your Lions of Fire team? Essentially a human team, but I'm guessing you can change this to be other teams because of what you get in there. So you've got 4 Blitzers, 4 catchers, 2 throwers, 5 linemen and 1 mean looking ogre. These are badass. They're resin. I'm going to open them in a second. I'm going to go for each of them before I then do one of them built, and then we can discuss the fact that they're resin, which I way prefer over metal models. So I'm really glad that Star Player Miniatures are now making resin versions of a lot of their old metal kits. You can always still buy the metal ones, but I do love a bit of resin. I do like being able to heat it and bend it and my paint doesn't chip off, but everyone's got their preferences. I'm looking forward to having a go at that ogre. He looks really mean. So next up is what's inside my box. So what is actually inside the box? Well, first you've got the advertisement, and then you've got the team. They come in one big jiffy bag, followed by multiple little ones. So you've got the bases, and then each of the individual models. So you have the thrower, 1 of 2. Let's see what else you get here. I mainly want to find the big ogre. Here he is, the big boy ogre. Cool, that's going to cause some damage. Very mean. Very cool looking model. Lots and lots of different linemen and blitzers. Lots of different types. The quality is great, and thankfully I can't see many mold lines, which will make my OCD for removing mold lines a million times easier. They've got some really cool action poses, which is exactly what I like to go for in a team. I don't want them all standing still. I want a collection. I want my throwers to look like they're about to throw. The catchers look like they're trying to catch. And thankfully, all of these guys have those in spades. So I am going to build these so that you guys can see what they will look like completed. Okay everyone, I've picked the model that I obviously like the most, because I do love a big guy. I've gone for the ogre here. As you can see, it's a lovely sculpt. Let me just see if we can get a bit better. there's the awesome lion chest to go with the team name. There is not one mold line that I can see. Might have to take a tiny bit off somewhere, but it looks like I'm just gonna be sticking these together and he's going to be instantly made. So I'm going to build this now, and hopefully within a couple of minutes we'll get to see it fully built. This is it completed. Honestly, that was so fast. I had one mold line on the boot and that's it. It's all gone together. It's absolutely badass. Annoyingly, I have a bit of an OCD issue with gaps, so I know a lot of people would actually just be like, you know what, this is done, I'm ready for paint. But I'm going to myself fill in that tiny gap in the arm there, and that tiny gap in that bit there under the shield, under the shoulder pad. But he does look terrifying. So I'm very impressed. I'm going to do a couple more. I'm going to do a lineman and a thrower and a catcher, just so that you've got an idea of what they look like. There we go. But as you can see, very, very cool. Very easy to put together. I will at the end hopefully have a completed video as part of this where they're going to be all built so you can see what they look like. Ugh. There we go. Okay, on with the next couple. Alright, we're back again. Like I said, I've made 3 models, and again, it's taken about 15 minutes at the most to make all 3. So I've got a beautiful looking thrower. Honestly, the pictures that I've seen just don't do the models any justice. They've got a good flat surface point for the arm just to stick on, and again there was just no mold lines. I don't know if my expectations are too low or too high, but there's just none. This is a catcher. So I changed this post slightly, so normally he's kind of flat, and I've just angled him ever so slightly so it looks like he's diving, like a backwards dive for the ball. But again, just awesome model. And then the Blitzer. So the Blitzers are more armoured, they've got a helmet on, so it's easier to see who is who. And again, it's got the lion logo on the chest, one on the shield. But it just makes identifying, because I'm not very good at that myself, who's who. And they've got lots of little details, spikes, purity seal. I know, not probably purity seals on. I'm used to Space Marines, but like I say, and again, let's go back to the Ogre as well, because he is a badass. And I'll do a little comparison in height. So the thrower and the Ogre. So not ridiculously big, but definitely you'd know who the Ogre is and where he is. So there you go. Oh, I just dropped it. And it's solid, which proves to you how good they are. Okay, I'm going to build the rest, show you it all together, so you've got a full idea of what the whole team looked like. Okay guys, I've built them all now. It took me about, well, 2 days, but only a couple of hours maximum each day because I was at work. So this is my 2 catchers. As you can see on the right, I have adjusted their position a tiny bit, but again, the sculpts are beautiful. The detail, the video, I can't really get it and show you how well it is, how nice it looks. And again, we've got the lions all bringing every single character together, and the lady here, So we've got a mixed team. Very cool. And again, lovely lion shield. And you can obviously see they're both catchers because they're both making a dive for the ball. Very, very nice. And I like the way that each different subsect is a little obvious. And I'll show you by showing you the Blitzers next. All right, now it's the Blitzers. Like I said, you've got lots of different varieties of positions. One standing still about to wallop somebody. Two running at full pelt. You can see that they've got these helmets with the point at the bottom of the helmet. They're much more armoured. You can tell, and they've got their line on the shoulder again and on the chest. And then you've got one doing the Dark Eldar armor break pose, which is how I remember it when I'm playing the game on the computer, is that's the lineman or whatever positional about to kick you in the face because they've broken armor. Again, very, very nice. And not very much mold lines. And nice detail. And there's lots of little different bits like belt buckles and different parts of armor, so you can really muck about with the color scheme. So you can get different bits of color on different bits of armor. You can really make them bright, or go for a dark silver and just make it all one armor color. It's entirely up to you, but they're very cool. And the armor bends in the right places to make it look like this move is completely believable, like he's about to flying kick a snotling in the face and hopefully injure them or take them out for good. But yeah, those are the Blitzers. I think I might try the catchers next because they do look very cool. Okay, so to the linemen slash quarterbacks of the team. I know they've changed the passing rules so that throwing and throwers can be a lot more practical in this version. This guy is literally probably the only little guy that I need to do a little bit of work to, and that's a tiny bit of green stuff maybe around the head. I think that's actually due to my incompetence of being able to stick them properly, or just putting it in a way that I feel the head should be. So before I paint them, I'm just going to add a tiny bit to that neck there to just get it to all line up nicely. And again, so they've got belts, pockets, different bits of armour. They've got the belt buckles holding those bits of armour together. It all makes complete sense. So you've got the buckles at the back holding the leg armour in place, buckles around there. There's nothing like you get in some models where you wonder how on earth is that staying in place. Pretty much everything I can see has an attachment to show it where to go. This is my favourite one. It's the getting ready to throw pose. I mean, the good thing is that you can, if you did have two throwers in your team, you can differentiate because you can have the sort of Mahone running pass guy. I can't remember the name of the skill, but the skill that allows you to throw on the move. You've got that guy there. And then you've got the more of the goat sort of standing in place, getting ready to throw a long bomb to someone running down the pitch. As you can tell, I only know a bit about American football and not very much. If you ask me about Tottenham, the football team, I'd probably know a little bit more, but no, sadly not the American football. But I do know definitely you've got one running quarterback here and one standing one. And now it's on to the linemen. All right, guys, the linemen now. Again, they're uniform in how they look. but they're also uniform in how they look with the whole team, but also you can tell the difference between them. So these guys have all got helmets on as well, but they're different to the Blitzers. The Blitzers all have an all-in-one enclosed face. These guys have an exposed face, but they've also quite armoured compared to the catchers, so you can see the differences. These guys have all got the beautiful breastplates, the lion breastplates, the lion shoulder pads, spiked, opposite shoulder pad. They're in a variety of poses, but these are the guys that are mainly staying on the line, taking the hits, so they're more stationary than the others, which makes sense. So you've got the runners, the catchers sort of running at full pelt. You've got the Blitzers looking like they're about to punch someone in the face. You've got the catchers having a sprint or a dive for the ball, and then you've got the Ogres, the Ogre about to leather someone and hopefully not roll stupid. But again, variety of poses, everyone's doing something different even though they're all stationary. Again, didn't have to do much to them at all, just stuck whatever arm required to be stuck on, or the upper body to the legs, and that's it. Again, they've got the buckles to attach the armour to the body, and then plenty of spaces to have a choice as to what colour scheme you want to go for. So once again, very, very lovely looking things. And now I just realised that you actually get the 4 catchers in the team, so I'm going to show you the other 2 catchers. So here are the other 2 catchers. I made a bit of a mistake. I just assumed that you came with 2 catchers because I've never seen anyone run a team with 4 catchers. But these guys are the other 2 catchers. They're lightly armoured again, so they look just like the catchers. I'll put these ones in as well so you can see that they, even though they look different, they are uniform. They're uniform in that they've got the shoulder pads, but they are lightly armoured than the Linemen and the Blitzers. And again, it would allow you to have a bit more choice. So if you are just running 1 catcher, 2 catchers, you may not like the sort of diving hand catcher pose and you want them running at full steam instead. So you've got a variety of options. You've got female and male, you've got bald or beards, you can basically pick and choose, and that's going to be the benefit I think here, is that because it's a full team, you get the choice. Do you want to go 4 catchers, 2 throwers? It just gives you that variety. So that's all of the catchers, and then we're going to go on to the Ogre finally. Now we're on to the Ogre. He looks like he's about to leap forward and cause some damage on. It's honestly not a weapon, it's honestly just part of my armour, referee, honest. Mean looking thing. God knows how that qualifies as armour, but we see it in the game all the time. So, linked together with the lion plate mail, which again is held together, held on with a massive chain, which is linked to the shoulder pad. So it all makes sense again. It's not just how is that lion just sitting on his chest? Have they combed his chest hair to look like a lion? No, it can be, I'm going to make mine as a chest plate armour. He's got a very angry, mean looking face. He's pounding the ground, bit like a superhero pose. Again, buckles holding everything in place. You can see the actual buckle points as well, so you can paint them a lot easier. It's not just a sort of half try at it. You've got another lion there, and one on here, and one on his honestly armour governor gauntlet here. You've got the laces that you can see and you can paint. There's loads and loads of details here. So I'm absolutely happy that this is going to be the team that I paint after my snotlings. I've done the halflings now. I've got done doing snotlings, Smurf snotlings. And then I've got the humans and Khemri to do. I've already done my Chaos Dwarf team. I actually weirdly haven't played a game of Blood Bowl yet, and I've already got 5 or 6 teams. But I think that's typical for Blood Bowl. I've just got to get into the sort of crazy dice habit that everyone seems to have that I can't get into at the moment. But luckily I've got Christopher at Black Orc Down, who sorted me out some lovely blue Snotling dice to go with my Smurfs. And I've got some other cool dice. So thank you, Chris. And I'll be using them whenever I have a team. I might get a set of Halflings because they're going to be the team that I probably use the most. But that's completely separate to this. So I'm going to stop this here and I'll give you my final thoughts. So what are my final thoughts? Well, sorry about the background. I'm going to be moving house soon, so it's all a bit messy here. And then all my other unboxing videos will probably be at my new property, but we'll see. So I want to firstly, before I forget anything, thank Star Player Miniatures. I'm going to put links in the video to their stuff. They've got a new Kickstarter that's coming out really soon, which is going to be for the resin version of their Dark Eldar team. So they've got the metal team, and now they're going to make the resin ones just like they've done with the human teams here. They're going to be, I'll put the link in for that too. One of these teams is going to be going for Sin City prizes, so thank you very much for that. Like I say, there's going to be more of these coming very shortly. We've got Willy Miniatures are sending us stuff, but there's loads of other different companies that will be sending us stuff very shortly. There'll be hobbies, painting stuff, hopefully lamps, loads of different types of stuff. So I wanted to say huge thanks to our very first sponsor of these, which is Star Player Miniatures. We will be posting this very shortly on the web, on our page, on the YouTube channel. Please subscribe and like if you enjoy these videos, so I can keep making more, and I can then keep sending these out to companies, because quite rightly they want to actually see a video and see if it's worth sending stuff to us before we do it. So the more likes, the more subscriptions we get to the YouTube channel, obviously you'll see those videos pop up on your feed when you subscribe. You're more likely to then know that they exist. Obviously we'll put them on Facebook so that you can see them there, but it just adds to the brand of the Two Drunk Flings, which then means that we can get more and more stuff to open up and show, and you can see what's inside, because I'm new to the Blood Bowl myself, so it's sometimes difficult to really understand what's going to be coming and what things look like. So it's really good to be able to see them in these videos, see what's there, see the detail, see all of the different bits before you can then take the plunge on buying a full team. So I hope you like it. If you do, please click like, and I will see you soon.